Today, we're going to discuss the future of Howdy, folks. However, in order to understand the future, we must first go back to the beginning.
This YouTube channel was created in the year 2010. I originally uploaded 3 vlog-style videos, which went nowhere and were deleted before the end of the year. And yes, sadly, I did delete them outright. I wish that I hadn't, because now those videos are forever lost to time. However, I did manage to locate the unedited files for one of them whilst perusing the deep sectors of my hard drives the other day, which gives me hope that perhaps someday I'll manage to track down the other 2. After those videos went unseen and were ultimately deleted, this channel lay dormant for the better half of 2011, and my brief YouTube career as a vlogger with nothing interesting to say and no audience to listen came to an end. Or did it? No, it did. It definitely did. I was not cut out for vlogging, and even though I would go on to give it a few more attempts over the decade that followed, I was never any good at it at all, and it was never meant to be. But just because vlogging hadn't worked out for me, that didn't mean that I was ready to throw in the towel altogether. That summer, on a youth mission trip to Amarillo, myself and a friend by the name of Austin began working on plans to launch a joint gaming channel built around, you guessed it, Minecraft.
And it's down. Holy crap. What the heck? Did it do that to yours?
What?
Did it look like you were like falling and there was flying squids everywhere?
Oh yeah, there were flying squids and I was falling down.
Is that? Okay.
Falling down, falling down.
Hey, nice character skin.
Oh yes.
The world is like still loading. There's like blocks everywhere.
Bonus. Build a brick fireplace inside your house. Okay. Sounds good.
Wait, turn around, let me see your face.
Hello.
It's a little disturbing, I'll be honest. Holy, what the heck is up with that? Alright, anyway.
Sorry.
Hi everybody, my name is Reese, or Brushette Cub, whatever.
We named our channel Legacy Cub, a combination of our 2 Minecraft avatar names, Legacy Rage and Brushette Cub. Now, even though that channel has now faded into obscurity, you can still find all of our old Minecraft videos here on this channel, uploaded under the Cub Classics branding. Cubs Classics? Cub, something like that. Yes, that channel was not fated to endure through the ages, however, it did give me an opportunity to hone my editing and commentary skills, which in turn gave me the courage and confidence to make my own solo content. I had everything I needed to get started. I had a mic, capture software, and a vlogging channel that shared a name with my Minecraft avatar. It was basically fate.
Hey guys, what is up? This is Reese, or Brushette Cub, and today I'm bringing you some classic Portal. That's right, Portal. This game's been around for a little while, and I'm pretty sure everyone on the internet has already done a playthrough of this game, but me and Austin are going to do a 2-player of Portal 2 over on our Legacy Cub channel, so I figured, hey, what the hey, I might as well get warmed up, play some original Portal, because I gotta be honest, it's been a while since I played this game, so this is going to be kind of a let's play and kind of how-to, because I do remember some things, so I might be able to give you some tips, but for the most part, this is going to be a let's play series as I try to figure this thing out again. Let's see. Yeah, start new game.
That is abysmal. It's awful. In the 9 years that have passed since that first video released, I have managed to acquire just shy of 34,000 subscribers and 9 million total video views. That might not seem like much compared to the bigger channels that dominate this platform, but it's a lot to me, because that's 34,000 people who watched something that I made and were so engaged and entertained by it that they said, hey, I want more of this. That's 9 million views, that's 9 million opportunities that I've had to lift someone's spirits and hopefully put a smile on their face. Making YouTube videos has been an incredible source of joy in my life, but it's also been a burden. Not one imposed on me by my viewers, but one that I've imposed upon myself. Several years ago, I read a book by an author that I greatly respect and admire. In it, he made the case that if you want writing to be your vocation, you have to treat it like it is a vocation. Set aside a certain amount of hours for it every day, and work at it as though your life and livelihood depended on it. That seemed like great advice to me, so I tried applying it to my work on YouTube. After all, this was something that I thoroughly enjoyed doing, and I would have loved to do it for a living. So I started creating rigid release schedules for myself, and forcing myself to stick to them as best as I could. I set goals for myself and rules that I had to follow, and if I ever slipped up even a bit, the amount of discouragement I felt towards myself was immeasurable. Over time, I began prioritizing YouTube to a horribly unhealthy degree. This was not something that I did for a living, but I certainly treated it like it was. I began skipping out on church to stay home and edit. I started turning down friends when they invited me out to dinner or for a movie. I even turned down several cross-country trips with my family so that I could stay home and stick to my schedule, meet my goals, and fulfill my role as CEO of the Howdy Folks media empire. If you've been with my channel for more than a year, you might remember the Copa scare that hit me and many other creators on YouTube around October of 2019. During this period of panic for many, I became very introspective. The realization of what YouTube had become for me had already begun to reveal itself, though I had tried to suppress and ignore that reality. However, with certain unescapable doom looming over me, I started looking back on all of my work on this platform and I began to question whether or not it had been worth it. Yes, I was proud of what I had managed to achieve, but at what cost? Had it been worth the missed opportunities? The time I didn't spend with family or loved ones? Those were tough questions for me to deal with, especially at a time when my emotional and mental well-being was already being pushed to the edge by other things happening into my life that we shall not go into here. However, I managed to push through the self-doubt, and I marched forward into 2020 telling myself that this was it. This was going to be my year. If you were a Patreon supporter during this time, you might have listened to the behind-the-scenes podcasts that I made, where I discussed my attempts to de-idolize YouTube. I wanted to separate myself from this addiction, but not get rid of it entirely. Big steps needed to be taken to fix what was wrong, but I was only ever willing to take tiny baby wobbles in the right direction. Until, that is, May of this year, when I finally accepted that this could not go on any longer. I uploaded a video announcing that I would be taking a temporary leave of absence, and while many believed it would be for a few weeks or months, I really didn't have a timeline in mind. I just knew that I needed to separate myself from YouTube and rebuild my life outside of and away from it. Well, as it turns out, real life was actually pretty great. I realized that almost as soon as I got a taste of it, and by the time July rolled around, I never wanted to return to YouTube again. Starting on July 1st, I began posting some fun messages in the community tab celebrating the birthday of the greatest country that God ever graced humanity with, the United States of America. And after all of the praise and adulation we spilled out for this phenomenal nation on July 5th, I announced that I was leaving YouTube permanently. Was it sad for me? Extremely. Difficult? Not even a bit. I learned the value of reality, and I was enjoying it so much that I even kicked the social media habit. Not to sound like a boomer, but it really is more like anti-social media, am I right? Anyway, as the months passed by, I found myself missing YouTube just a smidge. Not the pressure of self-imposed schedules and deadlines, but the joy of creating content, like getting to record a game that I was really enjoying, or using the world and characters to tell my own stories, special videos that I was really excited about, and reading comments on those videos from people who found my content entertaining or helpful in some way. Little simple things like that. I missed that. So, to satiate that hunger, I decided to come back and finish up one of the series that I had left unfinished, Tech It to the Moon. Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and don't call this a comeback. I'm just finishing what I started. And what does that mean? Well, if you're watching this in the year 2029 and you've just sort of happened upon this archive of a channel that's covered in cobwebs and hasn't been uploaded to in ages, and you're trying to figure out, well, what's going on? I've just started watching this old series as part of my history project. I'm working on Let's Plays of the early 2020s, or late. No, yeah, I started this in 2020. Recording those videos was some of the most fun I've had on this platform in years, because there's no pressure. I had no deadlines, no audience expectations, no one even knew I was doing it. I was recording, editing, and uploading the videos in secret in my own time, and it was great. Watching as those videos finally released and seeing people's reactions to them was an exhilarating experience. It was all of the things that I loved about making YouTube videos without any of the things that I hated. So I made a decision. I want to come back. But not back. Things are going to be different now. No more daily uploads, no more deadlines, no pressure. I'm not going to pretend like this is my vocation, because it isn't. It's a hobby, a passion. It's something that I do for fun because I enjoy it and it brings enjoyment to others. In my finale to Take It to the Moon, I intentionally crashed my rocket and died on impact. That was a very intentional scene for me, because it signifies the death of the old me. That era of Howdy Folks has ended, and it's time for something new to burst forth from the ashes. What will that look like? I haven't decided yet. I have some ideas, but I know for sure what it won't look like. No more balancing multiple series, no more rigid deadlines and schedules, no more treating YouTube like it is my life. It's something that I enjoy, it's something that I want all of you to enjoy, but it doesn't control me. Not anymore. I wasn't joking about social media either. I think it's become, by and large, a very toxic cesspool. I am avoiding it at all costs, and you probably should too. The Howdy Folks Instagram and Twitter have not been deleted, but their doors and windows have been shuttered, and I wouldn't expect to see anything from them at any point in the future. You can't even friend them. I disabled that feature. I'm done. Similarly, Discord has gone forever too. While I did have some fun over there over the last couple of years, it mostly devolved into a pit of depression that I had to constantly monitor because people kept flaming one another over the dumbest issues. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want that kind of responsibility. It's kind of like running a Minecraft server for me. Yeah, it's fun when it's working, but as soon as something goes wrong, everyone is shouting at me and demanding I fix it, and I have things I'd rather do with my time. Thanks. Plus, I think it's good just to have that extra level of separation from YouTube in general. It's sort of like carrying your audience around your pocket when you have that Discord app, which is really bad when you're with friends or family, and you have that instinct of, oh, I need to check and see what's happening and to make sure everything's okay. I don't want any of that. I've always wanted to create more sort of editorial style content. But back when I had my daily upload schedule, I'd never found the time. But things are different now, and I'm working on something entirely new, unlike anything I've ever made before. I hope you folks will be looking forward to that. I'll have more details on my plans moving forward once I have some plans. Live streams, Patreon, honestly, all of that is still up in the air, but I am working on it. Also, can we take an aside here to just give a massive thank you and shout out to all of my patrons who've continued to support me throughout all this? That's really awesome. Thank you all. Speaking of, I should note that we have a join button here, which is for YouTube memberships, sort of like YouTube's version of Patreon. I was setting it up and adding the unique badges and emojis the other day when I noticed that one Dylan C has already joined, so thanks, mate. I guess I'll need to develop some exclusive content for that as well. But I've been rambling on for a little over 2,000 words now, so I guess at this point I should head out. More details to come soon. Until then, thank you folks for watching. God bless all of you, and I will see you next time. Bye!